Children, the poem No Men Are Foreign is a peace-loving poem. Can you imagine what would happen if there is no borders? Yes, people would be free to move anywhere in the world. And one more thing is, people would live peacefully. There would not be any war or fight. So, someone said, world without borders will be more peaceful rather than world with borders. Here also in the poem, the poet James Kirkup also telling us to remove the borders. We don't need any borders. We are all one, he says. He wants to promote the concept of universal brotherhood through this poem. ಈ ಹಾಡಿನ ಮೂಲಕ ಕವಿಗಳು ವಿಶ್ವ ಸಹೋದರತ್ವದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸಂದೇಶವನ್ನ ನೀಡ್ತಾರೆ. Children, let us know about the poet. This poem was written by James Kirkup. He was a prolific English poet, translator and a travel writer. He wrote over 30 books including autobiographies, novels and plays. He started writing simple verses and rhymes from the age of 6. He was honored by many countries. Okay, now look at the first stanza. Remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes. Like ours, the land our brothers walk upon. Is earth like this in which we all shall lie? Children, in the very beginning, the poet tries to focus upon the concept of universal brotherhood. When he says, no men are strange, no people are strange, no country is foreign. So, he is attempting to remove the borders from the earth which separate countries. Then only no country will be foreign. We will feel every country as our own land when there will be no borders. Then he says about the uniform. Students, here uniform means not the school uniform. Here uniform refers to the military of different countries. He says, inside the uniforms worn by soldiers of different countries, the human being is the same. God has made all of us in the similar way, all breathe in the same way. Then he says that all the soldiers are our brothers. We all walk upon the same Mother Earth. And after the death, we all shall lie in the grave in the same earth. So he says, why should we discriminate one another? Children, tell me, what does the poet remind us of in the first line of the poem? Yes, the answer is, in the first line of the poet reminds us that no men are strange and no country is foreign. Let's move to the second stanza. They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvests, by war's long winter starve. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read, a labor not different from our own. Children, here they refers to foreigners. The poet says that everyone gets sunlight, air and water in equal measures, which means that God doesn't differentiate between people from different countries. We all do farming during the time of peace. When there is no war, we live a relaxed life. Further, he adds that the way we starve during wars and winter time is the same for those belonging to other countries. And then he says that even their hands are same as ours. They work very hard just like we do. He is giving all these examples to convey to the reader that there is no difference in us and the people belonging to other country. Children, look at the third stanza. Remember, they have eyes like ours that awake or sleep, and strength that we can won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. Students, in this stanza, the poet says that people of another country have been bestowed by God with a similar appearance like us. God has given them eyes like ours, which open when awake and close when we are asleep. Similarly, He has given them strength which we can win through love. Then He says that in every country, in every land, there is one common thing, that is life. Life means all the things that are living. And if we can recognize them and if we understand their feelings and realize that they are like us, then there will be no fights, no wars between us. Children, look at the next stanza. Let us remember, whenever we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispossess, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. Here, the word dispossess means disown, andre nirakarisu. Betray means to be disloyal, vishwasagata. Condemn means to express a strong disapproval of some work, means khandisu. Here, the poet says that we should remember that whenever someone tells us to hate a person from another country, to think him as our enemy, and whenever we think someone is to be our enemy, then we deprive ourselves, we cheat ourselves, and we condemn ourselves. He says that we should stay away from such negativity. We should not consider anyone to be our enemy. During a war, both the parties must bear the loss. And that is why the poet says that war is not in our favor. He says that whenever we pick any weapon against someone, we should remember one thing. Look at the last stanza. It is the human earth that we defile. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no country strange. Outrage refers to a very wrong or cruel act. In Kannada, akrosha athava sittu. In the last stanza, the poet says, we should keep in mind that whenever we pick weapons against any person, we make the earth dirty, because weapons kill people and their bodies which fall on the earth make it dirty. Whenever war happens, it leads to a lot of bloodshed, fire and death. These dead bodies accumulate on the earth and it make it impure. The fire of war, which causes smoke which comes out and the dust which fills the air, it is so dirty that it pollutes and outrages the purity of earth. With all these things, the poet wants to give us a message that we should not indulge in war. Finally, he ends the poem by writing the first line in reverse and saying that, remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. Children, can you tell me what are the bad effects of war? Yes, war creates hatred. It spoils the feeling of brotherhood and love. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.